and welcome. My name is Matilda and this is my ultimate weight loss challenge where I'm going to lose 45 kilos or 100 pounds. And this is actually part 14. Last week, if you watched, I had my worst week since my beginning with this challenge. And if you have missed it or if you want to go back and watch it, you can always press the little I up here somewhere and go back and watch my worst week that I had since the beginning of times. But yeah, I'm going in hoping that this week will be better. And this is actually how I looked today. So this week is actually gonna be a little different. Me and my family, including my little brother, are going to Åre for the weekend. It feels a little weird since most of the world is staying home due to Corona. We don't have a staying home restriction here in Sweden. We have a recommendation that you should not travel, but the ski area are still open towards or throughout the week. So it's still okay to visit. And since they are closing on Monday, they probably don't have that much people there anyway. So yeah, me and my family went to Åre. Åre was still open as usual. All of the skiing slopes were open, the stores were open, but there were basically no people here in Åre at all. And of course I knew why, or I know why. There are not any people here. And they had like changed when you went into like the lift that takes you up in the top of the mountain, that everyone was thinking so much about everyone else, so you could just basically ride 2 people where it usually takes 8. So when you went up, you were basically just with your family or friends. But yeah, the first day was a little snowy. We had a really strange weather, like every time we were inside on a restaurant or something like that, the sun was shining so bright, and as fast as we went out to the slopes, it was snowing and you could basically see nothing at all. And because of that, some of the slopes were closed because of like the wind. So yeah, it was a really strange skiing day, and I actually ended up falling and hurting myself so bad. There was like a one part when you have to have pretty high speed to be able to go as far as possible, because otherwise you just have to take yourself on a flat surface for a pretty while. And from the woods, a man come and almost like ski right into me, and I lose focus for like a split second, and my skis like hit each other and I just fall straight back. I hit my head so hard on the ground, and I can feel my knee is like twisting and like making a sound or something like that. And I felt so dizzy for a while after, and I actually felt kind of sick from the hit on my head. But after a few hours, my head was fine. My knee was not. It still hurted pretty bad. But yeah, that's how my first ski day ended up. And later that night we actually had pizza at the Åre cafe. We had tried to eat pizza there before, but they closed before we could have it. It was an okay pizza. It felt like it was kind of burned, so the burnt taste on the bread was going through. I'm sorry, but I must say that I've had better pizzas than that. So yeah, that's how basically the first day was. The second day was a really good day. The weather was so nice. It was sunny. It was not windy at all. So every slope was open and every lift was open as well. So me and my family were basically skiing all around Åre. I'm ending off my vacation with some sun in the slopes, and it has been a really nice time, except for that I hit my head really hard yesterday. But it has been a really good 2 days here in Åre, and I can't wait to come back. And that night we actually went back to Broken, where me and my mom went last time. And I ordered the exact same thing that I did last time, and it was so good as last time. And that was basically our Åre trip for this weekend, and I can't wait to go back, and it will probably be this summer for like a summer vacation to Åre, since we usually go there like once every summer and once every winter. But yeah, that was basically my short Åre trip this week, and it was really nice to get away from my day-to-day life just for a couple of few days. So, as you heard, I did not eat good at all in Åre. So I am doing my best to eat as strictly keto as possible now that I am home. It is my usual, the cheese pie without crust, the ground corn, and all of the things that I'm eating as pure usual. And I am taking my walks, and I am bicycling to work and standing up while on work. So I'm still hoping that it can still be a manageable week. So I'm still hoping that it can be a good week this week, since I had such a bad week last week. But you never know, since I did eat not keto in Åre, and yeah, this week was not good as well. This is the first time I've had 2 bad weeks in a row. It is not as bad as last week, since last week I lost nothing. But this week I lost 0.1 kilos. So it's basically nothing. Of course I understand why. Because I basically just came home from Åre, so it could be worse. So that's why I'm not crying my eyes out at the moment. But I am planning on next week going super strict, just eating like how I did when I started with the cheese pie and salmon, just to hopefully get my body to start working again. And I really hope that it's gonna be working, since I can't have a 3rd bad week in a row. I would die. But yeah, this is how I look this week compared to last week. I don't see any change at all. Can it be because I haven't lost basically any weight at all in 2 weeks? Probably. But yeah, that has been my week this week. So yeah, that has been my week. And I still hope that you will follow me on my journey and subscribe to my channel. Otherwise, I always appreciate a like, and I hope that I will still see you next week. Bye!